Hello guys, today I'm going to show you why your migrations will not work, or even if you run your migrations it will not build your tables. Okay, even if you run your add migrations it will still not build the tables. It will not update the migration um, changes. And let me show you. Okay, so let's begin with .NET Core 6 and start with a new project. In between, while I'm going to install the NuGet packages, I will take a small pause and then I will show you what all we installed on it. Okay, so new project, ASP.NET Core Web App Model View Controller. I have already selected this template, that's why it came in my recent projects. Otherwise it would you would have to pick it up from the list. So I think this is the one. Okay, alright, let's go ahead. Next, um, this is migrations demo core 6. Okay, .NET 6 create. Okay guys, one more thing, in this video you will also learn the basic setups of .NET Core 6 application in C Sharp. Alright, so we took an MVC um, process for the application. So our folders are here: controller, models, views, and home has the index.cshtml. Uh, let's do a small build and run the program and see everything is running fine. Build succeeded. Now if I run this application, it's going to show me the welcome page. That's your index.cshtml. Why it's so slow? Okay, it shows that waiting for the web server to listen on port 7089, and a command prompt also came up. Still loading. Okay, now it loaded. Alright, the home page is working fine. So as far as this, I think it's just a static one, that's why it came up. When we start working on the database part, it might give us problems. Okay, so let's set up the app settings.json connection string here. Okay, I'm just copying it from the previous program. Okay guys, make sure that you this is what we generally put on a connection string, but there is another thing that we also need: multiple active results sets equals to true. Okay, and doing it number 6, because I already have these databases, so I'll build another one. Mm-hmm. Ticket app 6. Okay. Now connection string is ready. Um, Next, add the app DB context inside a new folder. Okay, so I added this data folder to the project, and now a new class file, and name it as the application DB context or DB context, anything that you want. I'm going to name it as application DB context. Alright guys, application DB context is there. Now the things to add inside the application DB context. Okay, we would be adding all these things. So these two tables are not yet created. Okay, these are my tables, so I'm going to add those things into the models. Okay, let me just add these two models and I'll show you again. Alright guys, so my two classes are added. These are the two models. Okay, now you can see we generally put the statements in the model like this. But what happens is it says that as a string field, it must contain a non-null value when exiting. Consider declaring the property as nullable. Okay. So if it's going to show me some solutions, it's telling me as null, but I don't want to put them as nullable. That's why this thing is equals to null not. Okay. Same thing on the other model as well. Okay. Now the two models are created, so I hope my oh, okay, didn't work. Okay, now what went wrong again? Okay. Asking me to install the package. Okay. Alright guys, certain packages are required to install in your project, so I'm going to install those packages and I will show you. Thank you guys for waiting. So I added some NuGet packages. You can have a look at it. Well, logging isn't required for this part, but tools, SQL Server, code or design, this much is minimum, bare minimum required. Core, then code or design, SQL Server, and tools. This much is bare minimum. Okay. All right, guys. So now we still see that options is not working here. So what are we missing? Okay, we are missing the program.css CS setup. Here we haven't mentioned the connection string, so I'm just trying to copy it from the previous one. Okay. Nope. Why it's not taking up? Okay, I haven't built it. Probably I'm missing some. Nope. Okay. So I think it isn't built. That's why. Huh. Build failed. Okay. Still not working. Wait. Okay, guys, give me a second here. Okay, guys. So one thing we missed out here, we're not inheriting the DB context. Okay, and that's the reason it wasn't working. Okay, so in terms of that, I installed few more packages: code generation dot entity framework core extensions dot logging and runtime compilation. Well, it wasn't required though, but then yeah. All right. So now the build succeeds. Okay. So everything looks good. And settings.json program. Yeah, everything seems good. So what is the reason? Let's see. Okay. Build is done, and let's see with the package manager console and try to add migration. Let me check the database. App 6. Okay. We don't have an app 6. Okay, perfect. See this. Do we get anything? Nothing. The migration did not build. Even if the migrations folder was created, files were generated, but still it didn't work. Nope. It did not create the tables. We have two tables, TBL admin, TBL user info, but it did not create that. Why? I'll tell you. Okay, let's first of all remove that. removed. Folder gone. Okay, perfect. Now I'll tell you what's the new thing here in .NET 6 Visual 22 Visual Studio 2022. Sorry, 2022. Okay, so this format is not working. Okay, I'll show you what's the new format. This is the new format that will work. It has a virtual, it has nullable, and it has equals to default. Okay, build started, build succeeded. Okay, now the table is created. See this, TBL admin, TBL user info. Two tables are created. Okay, now if I'm going to update the database, it's going to create the tables for me. See this? Okay, let's see if the tables are created. App 6. Yes, my tables are created. Right, now one more thing here. After using this thing, how am I going to use it? Okay, let's go to the home controller. These are the changes that we are going to make in our controller. Okay, read only, application db context, nullable context, and then pass the same as parameter, dependency injection, again nullable. Okay, and then we call it in the index. Okay, if you want to see this, where I can show you with some breakpoints. Give me a moment, let me just add few data and I will show you. Okay guys, so I have added few data to those two tables just created. So this is the data and I'm expecting this value to be um, returned when I'm running this application. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. This line of code I was just testing, it isn't required actually. Okay. Okay, so what we are going to test is when the debug runs, we have to check if value comes to this variable. Okay, so it came to the constructor here, context null. Okay, db, it has some values. Okay, let's run it. See this? Data came in. I don't have a view, okay? I'm just showing you if the data is coming or not. Okay, now in this context, view, see, data is there. See this? Data is there. So guys, that was all. Yeah, we were just testing if data is coming up or not. It's showing me 2 counts, so definitely data is coming up. Okay, if I have a view, then it could have fetched that same data. So guys, this is all for today. Yeah, I will be loading similar videos in future. Thanks for watching and thanks for being with me. Have a good day. Thank you.